You'd think that straw houses are best left in fairy tales. But in a way, this is a fairy tale. It might look like a conventional house design, but the man who drew these plans reckons he can build a 2,000 square foot home for less than €20,000, without a mortgage, and all from straw. He's unconventional, but Peter Cowman might just be onto something. Today, Peter is giving a course in County Leitrim to show people how they too can have mortgage-free living.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go up now to the site, and we're going to literally start making the components of the building. We're going to make some more Peter posts, make more sort of floor beams, and then we're going to look at the making of the clay slip and the mixing then of the clay straw and how that is installed into the building. Welcome to my living house. This is the first unit of what will be a 3-part construction, and it's made of clay straw and timber frame. This will have a coat of plaster with clay and sand in it. That'll be painted. That'll look like a regular house. We have wireless broadband here. We have water coming in. You can have a conventional drainage system. You can have all of those things.
Now it's time to get down and dirty with Sian, Peter's daughter.
And pour it on. Probably need about 2 buckets per table. So I'll just show you. It's just like, kind of like baking a cake. Just want to mix it around, turn it over, and the aim is to get everything coated, but not, that would be too wet. You want to get all the straw covered in mud, but not dripping. So it's just like a turning motion like that. If you want to get stuck in, I'll get some more. It could be a little bit wet.
Too wet, yeah.
If you want to put a couple of handfuls of dry straw on, yeah, if we mix that in a little bit.
So what we're looking to do is we're looking to get as much air into this as we can. So laying in a sort of gentle bed of the clay straw. So just shaking it in, making sure there's no clumps. So there, say, is a clump now, and we can just sort of shake it out. So it's a very tactile experience. Because the air is such a vital part of the insulating process, and the clay will be helping to store the heat, it's really just a gentle, really compression.
Seamus Short's late father told him how people around Leitrim used to build their mud homes.
Well, he's digging from a heap of topsoil that has been delivered onto the site here for the building of the house here in the background. It came from County Roscommon, I believe, but it's a similar soil in Leitrim and Roscommon. Some people call it channel, others call it daub or subsoil, but it's an impervious type of subsoil. And when it's worked on by hand, dug up and beaten into position, it comes out like this material here. So it gets into a sticky product, and one layer sticks onto the other to make the formation of a wall. I suppose the key to it lasting was they were all thatched roofs, so to keep the water away from them, it was critically important to keep a good thatched roof, and once you got the water away from them, they didn't erode, and they were nice and warm in the winter time with an open heart, and they were nice and cool in the summertime with the thatch roof on.
The basic construction of the house is made from a timber frame made from these posts, which Peter calls Peter posts, just 4 pieces of wood nailed in a square with blocks in between. Each of these posts takes just 10 minutes to nail together. You could have the whole timber frame made in a day and a half. Under a timber floor, there'll be more straw and mud sections to act as insulation. An air gap in between will help distribute any heat, a sort of underfloor heating system. This is just module 1 of Peter's house. Over time, he'll build 2 more similar structures, ending up with a 2,000 square foot home.
We're looking at an incremental development of the house, starting with a small unit which can be built inexpensively, and then as your life evolves, you can see your immediate needs and you can design for that, and then you also design in a level of adaptability that if the aged parent wishes to come, or you lose your job, or you wish to start a home business, that the building has a degree of flexibility in it that you can change it around. It's living architecture. It tends to evolve, so we'll have a house that has 3 interconnected parts to it.
If you're going to use mud and straw from the garden to build your home, it pretty much stands to reason you'll make lunch from the garden too.
So far we've spent less than 5,000 euros. Groundworks would be about 500 euros. Timber about 3,000. The straw about 200 euros. The mud about 75. The roofing about 2,000.
Local sawmiller Paul Reynolds supplied the timber for the house. It's been a while since he's been on site.
Great job. It's filled out now. It was in skeleton shape when I was here last now. All standard, regular sizes, all Irish, Sitka spruce, local grown, locally produced, locally sown. So I'd say that's as eco as you can get.
It's been 2 intensive days of on-the-job learning. So what have the students made of the straw house concept?
I can't believe it. I mean, it's that's the thing that probably piqued my interest. Just there's a certain degree of scepticism. Can it really be done for that much? But I think the key to it is because it's largely self-build, that people themselves are able to do it. They're providing their own labour, and it's such a simple construction method that they aren't intimidated by giving it a go. And you've seen people putting together the main structural system for the building, you know, and it arguably could be done for one side in an hour and a half. And I mean, you know, once people actually see that, and it took me coming here to actually realise that how simple it could be, then you're thinking, why were we making it so complicated for so long?
It is people taking responsibility for their own building and what they want to live, the space they want to live in. That's really a big part of it. People will stop taking notice of it when it's finished. It'll be just like any other house.
They've got it all on this building site. An open-air jacuzzi, perfect for washing all that mud away. And if you want more